You know you've heard that old saying, ain't no buts about it. Hold on. This is what butts is all about, pork butts, and we're going to show you how to get the most flavor, keep that moisture in that pulled pork, and we're even going to show you how to regulate that temperature a little easier on your smoker. We're putting together the best pulled pork sandwich you ever laid eyes on. Kitchen look a little different to y'all? Hey, it's twilight. The sun has went down, it has. We gotta season this pork butt tonight so all of it'll penetrate down in there and get it to go in where it'll be good and tender and a lot of flavor. Well, I went and got me about a 7-pound pork butt, bone in. See that bone right there? That scared me, pardon me. Made you making a bed. So, I want you to look at this pork butt and see the fat in here we need, but also when I turn it up here, you can see the fat striations in here throughout the meat. I don't want just a plain old pale looking pork butt. I want it to have a little marbling like a steak so I know that it's going to be tender. Now, I'm going to start out with a base coat of our green chili mustard. Really, it acts as a binder, but there's enough acid in that mustard too that it's going to help break down muscle and it's going to make it even more tender. Then we're going to go on with that with our rib rub and our mesquite seasoning. Now, if you ain't got that, you can use regular old yellow mustard and then salt, pepper, garlic mixed together, or your favorite barbecue rub. But to start this off, so I'm gonna poke some holes in this little pig to make sure that I can get some of that seasoning as it leaches and brings all that to the top, then it soaks back down in there. So don't think you're gonna hurt him. Just go ahead and poke him generously everywhere. Whoop, look what stayed on there. We better not cook that. Get him poked all the way on the bottom. Now I like to take it, if there's a lot of fat on here, I'd trim a little off, but I like to score this fat side also. That's gonna help that as it begins to break down and render to where it can get back in that meat, Duker. You're paying attention here, are you?
You got a big crowd here.
I do. All right, let me glove up here, because when you give something a mustard bath, it sort of gets all over you. And speaking of mustard baths, Duker, you haven't had one. I don't think Sadie's had one. She might have. But, you know, you get a dog getting a skunk, that mustard's a pretty good thing to put on there. It is. So, just give us a little bit right here at the first. Doesn't take a lot. This is going to act as a binder really to help hold that seasoning on there. But there's a little acid in this mustard. So, we know that acid breaks down muscle connective tissue, which is going to make things more tender. So we'll get a little on the back side, make sure we get it everywhere else too. Duker, do you like mustard on your pork butt? I think it brings out a great flavor. When you season this, I like to start with the fat side on the bottom, because when we turn it over, that's what's going to be there. The fat side up is what's going to finish, because we need to cook it fat side up. And you might get it covered so much with seasoning you think, I don't know which one the fat side was. So you can start with either one you want. I like to sprinkle up high. I think it gives a better coating. And remember, this is 7 pounds of meat, and we want that seasoning to penetrate, so we're going pretty heavy all the way around. We are. Now we're going to go on top of that with some rib rub. It's got a little brown sugar, little chili powder to it. I like to season a pork butt pretty heavy because it takes all of it to get it in there. Give it a little pat, not like you're mad at it, just a little friendly pat. Now we're going to turn it over. Start back with some more mesquite. It's got a little ancho chili, but folks, it's the smoke that you're getting off the ancho chili taste, not that it's got heat to it. All right, we're not going to cover this before we put it in the icebox, because when you do, if you wrap it tight, then you're touching that seasoning and everything, and you might pull some of that off. We want it to be able to sweat and absorb them juices. I'll see y'all in the morning. Rise and sunshine, it's pork butt time. Yes, it is. I got up early this morning, took this pork butt out of that ice box, let it sit about an hour to let it warm up a little. That way we're going to get a better cook time on it because we're not so cold when we're starting off. But hey, big shout out and a big thank you to Chef's Temp for sponsoring this video. You've seen me use a lot of Chef's Temp product in the past, but today we're going to be using the Pro Temp Plus wireless thermometer. You can put that probe in there. It's for longer cooks. Put it on the smoker. You got it programmed on your phone. This thing will tell you the internal temp. You'll get your target temp. You can set your cook time. Hey, it's not rocket science work anymore. Chef's Temp has took the guesswork out. But hey, I am really excited. I am because they just launched a new product called the Brizo. Now, the Brizo is a fan that connects to the vents on your smoker or your grill that is going to help you regulate your temperature and keep it constant. This Brizo fan, when it's programmed in there, you can target that temperature you want and the fan will kick on. You can either set it as intermittent or constant. I'm liking this. I can sit in a chair and take a nap. Be sure and check out all their products. You know they always take care of our fans. They do. There will be a discount down there that you can get. Now, I have smoked brisket, pork butts, about anything you can throw on a smoker, but when you're cooking pork, I think you need a water pan in there to get you a more wet, moist smoke that's going to keep everything a little, I would say, damper. It ain't just a harsh, dry smoke that you're getting. You're increasing the humidity level in there, sure, which is going to help. Once we've reached 165, we're going to take it out. Whew, what are we going to do? Give it a little spritz of apple cider vinegar. That's going to keep that moisture up on that meat. Then we're going to wrap it because, folks, when we wrap it and put it back in there, then it's going to get more tender, more flavor. All that fat stuff is going to render back down through there. I can't wait to get it over with, so let's start. Got to 165. That fan did its job, kept it at 275 cooking temp, but we reached that 165 internal temp. Look, that cherry wood done give me some good bark, good color on there. You see me lay a double sheet of this aluminum foil down, spritz it really good with a little apple cider vinegar. Then we're going to give it a good bath again before we tell it night-night one more time. This is going to make sure that we get some extra moisture into that meat. So we're going to make sure everybody's got some on it. Now it's time to wrap it again. Make sure you get her sealed up tight everywhere. Now remember, this is still fat side up. Our probe is going to go back in there because we need to know that internal temp has reached 204 to finish. So we're going to find a spot right there. Whoops, that hit a bone. I'm going to scoot over. I'm going to patch that hole. There we go, right there. Back to the fire it goes. Well, I guarantee you we need to put some more wood and some more hardwood lump in there because we got to get that temperature up to 300 now to finish this cook. So let's see where we're at. I got a little wood laying here. It's not going to get any more smoke flavor. I just need a little combustible chamber here to go. So we're going to pull this out just a little, rake some of them coals up here at the front. We'll put some of this down. It'll catch pretty quick. We'll put some hardwood lump on top of it. Well, it's called a hold it has, and I need to get that internal temperature to where it will get up to 205 when we finish, and that's probably going to take us another 2.5 to 3 hours. So I'm going to load this up. We'll get that Brizo fan back to going, reach that temperature of 300. When I unwrapped that foil and that aroma come and got me, I'm thinking, I'd have cooked another 4 or 5 hours just to get me a smell of that. But you seen as we went back through there, we took that off when the internal temperature was 204 degrees, so we was real close. Brought it over here, put it in a full pan, and I just wrapped it on top of that. I let it set for 1 hour, and then you just take it out of that foil. Watch that bone just pull out of there. I mean, so easy. Get them forks, shred it however you want it, and hey, it is good to go. It is a done deal. We made us up some coleslaw, got our favorite barbecue sauce right here, our Red River Ranch Mud, and I am fixing to get me a bite, Shan, if we have no objections. I've been waiting. We've been waiting a long time, ain't we, Lou? Gonna do the Piggly Wiggly Shuffle. Look at all that goodness in there. I mean, there's so much flavor that hickory and that cherry brings out. But hey, it's not just for sandwiches. You could take this same pulled pork, put it in a good hot cast iron skillet with a little orange juice in there, make you some carnitas, put it on some tacos. You could carve this up, serve it for Easter dinner. It would be really good, it would. You know, this Brizo fan was so precise. I would be sitting in there in the house and I would hear it come on. So I'd look at the phone and check the temperature right where I wanted it every time. So hey, that thing is well worth it. I promise you, it will take the guesswork out of it. Like I said, these are good products. I stand behind them. Every one of them I know will get the job done and make you a better cook, and it will be easier for you to get there. And don't forget, they've hooked our fans up. As always, they're going to offer you a discount that you can have. You know, I've had a lot of good help. It's been a long cooking day today. They was up with me at 5:30 this morning when we took that out of there. So the one that spent the most time out here working the hardest was the Meiji. Lulu, can you see? Get around here where people can see. Lou got a haircut today. I bet y'all didn't know she had that many spots. Lou, you missed it. It's right here. And Dangerous Duke, we're not going to forget you, buddy. There you go. But it is with great pride, honor, and privilege that I tip my hat to all our servicemen and women and veterans who have kept the old flag a-flying. We appreciate you, each and every one. Rest of you, come on in here close. I smell like smoke, and it's been a long time. Big old hug. God bless you, each and every one, and I'll see you down the pulled pork sandwich trail.